Uh, yeah, but then follow up on the Superboy centeredness of this episode. Um, I read on the wiki site before this episode came out, like, holy crap, there is another super clone, there is another Kryptonian clone, and apparently it's named Project Match. Although I could see how how Cadmus did not use this clone because it was way too out of control. And in all due respect, I guess Superboy could have been worse considering how this clone turned out. But also, this clone was a lot stronger than Superboy, though. Since Superboy, just like in the comics, came out of his pod, or whatever, too early, he was not fully developed, therefore did not get all the powers of Superman. Just the basic abilities. But this Project Match was there the entire time, so it was more developed. It was able to fly and shoot lasers out of his eyes. And also the expression on Superboy's face, like, he can fly? Man, that must have been wow for Superboy. Also, it was pretty obvious that Lex Luthor did not tip off Superboy about this out of the goodness of his own heart. Lex Luthor is basically one of the chairmen for Cadmus, so and since the Xenomorphs have been escaping, they've been gone missing, he wanted to find them. So Lex Luthor, as always, does not do anything out of the goodness of his own heart unless there's something for him to gain. I mean, it's obvious. Lex flippin' Luthor. He just wanted to use Superboy to find the other Xenomorphs. But let's see. Also, how Superboy was so desperate to try and beat this Project Match. And well, yeah, the only way he could is by matching him in power and strength. So he had to take the patch that Lex Luthor gave him, that gave him the powers of a full Kryptonian. And it was kind of cool, and also it was kind of funny to see Superboy try to use heat vision and trying to fly. It was so cool and yet so funny since he was trying to get used to it. I mean, he does not know how to fly a little bit, but he still kicked ass. Yes! And also, another very important thing was the connection between Lex Luthor and Superboy. Yes, they touched that. They touched that one connection. For those of you who don't know, Lex Luthor is also Connor's other dad. They mentioned in the episode that Superboy is half human, and where do you think the human part of his DNA came from? From Lex flippin' Luthor. I guess it would explain a little bit, you know, how smart he is and his hatred of Superman, although that might be the Xenomorphs' fault.